What's going on, everybody? Kennybomb is in the building, and before we even got Chaos Reigns, Ed Boon said they would be following it up with another big surprise. Now, as of right now, we have no idea what that surprise is, but some people are speculating that it could be another story expansion. Now, I will say, don't count on this because it's not something we've ever seen before, but I also will say, it's definitely possible. But if the plan is to expand on this story, then why was there no post-credit scene to let us know where we're going next? Well, I think that's because that scene was actually planted directly in the Chaos Reigns story. And a lot of y'all might have missed it, so we gotta talk about it. But first, do me a favor and drop a like on this video, but don't forget to smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on Mortal Kombat 1. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming now.
Alright, so we're going to start off with this scene we got in Chaos Reigns because they dropped a pretty big plot on the table and just left it there. But I don't think they left it there because they wanted us to forget it. I think they left it there because this is something we're going to come back to in either the next story expansion, if it happens, or Mortal Kombat 13. So let's jump in and see if we can figure out where we're going in this next chapter of Mortal Kombat. And yes, I will be pausing the video. Come on, y'all. I hope you already saw it because we are not here to watch the video. We are here to talk about it.
Spare their lives? Are you mad?
I agree. They must answer for aiding Shao's rebellion. And of course, I leave their punishment to you. But killing them will neither restore Sindel nor ease your loss.
But it will give me great pleasure.
It's a nasty woman.
Please. When Shao's rebellion ended and he was imprisoned, my advisors also urged mercy to smother the seditious fire he'd lit. But it stayed, smoldering among his followers. And when Shao escaped from his cell, it reignited. Now, my sister's armies are stretched to their limits.
Okay. Yeah, we went a pretty long time without pausing it, right? I think that was good. So listen, she just broke down a whole story to us that she did not have to break down. She is pretty much explaining exactly what happened in General Shao's tower ending, which is further confirmation that these tower endings are canon now. But after the events of Mortal Kombat 1, General Shao got locked up and he broke out of prison. After he broke out, he started gathering up some people and going crazy. But during that ending, General Shao also gave us his main goal. And I think that's where things are going to start to get messy, and he may not be carrying that general name for too much longer. Don't worry, we'll get to that. But before we do, we got to finish up this scene here because Liu Kang also says something very important.
And as always, Earthrealm's might is at your disposal to help deal with Shao's threat.
So Liu Kang just made a pretty big promise to Mileena. The plan was to take care of Sector and Sub-Zero, and after that, they were going to get together and go take down General Shao. Now, as we all know, things did not go as planned because the chaos started immediately after this. But I don't think this part was planted in here just by chance. I think this is telling us exactly where we're going after Chaos Reigns. The General Shao situation was never resolved in Chaos Reigns, and I don't see them just planting this in the story out of nowhere just for us to never revisit it. I think this was our teaser for what we can expect to come up next. And as we see in General Shao's ending, he's got some pretty big stuff going on, so I think this next part is going to be really good. But let's go ahead and finish up this scene and see exactly what General Shao has going on.
What I ask in return is that together we try to break the cycle of violence as partners in peace.
They got Sub-Zero on his knees like he can't just break out of the handcuffs. We literally saw him do it. But I guess Mileena and Liu Kang are the dream team now. I mean, Raiden's supposed to be his right-hand man, so what are we doing here? But I don't think that dream team's going to last for too much longer because, again, General Shao's got some big stuff going on in his story, so let's go ahead and check that out.
The battle had been lost, but the war isn't over. I won't stop fighting until I take Outworld's throne. That they thought Lei Chin prison would hold me is laughable.
So that's a throwback right there to what Mileena said. She said General Shao was locked up and he broke out of the prison. So that confirms what he's saying and what he's doing in this tower ending actually happened.
Once free, I began planning my next campaign. I would need an unstoppable army to overthrow Mileena.
There we go. General Shao needs an unstoppable army to overthrow Mileena. That means he is going to get that Shao Kahn name back. How is he going to overthrow Mileena? I think there's only really one way this can happen. We saw in the previous universe, Quan Chi revived Sindel. Now, Quan Chi made Ermac. In this universe, we already saw it. So if he wants to pull Sindel's soul out of that Ermac body, he is now a necromancer. You know what? Netherrealm Studios just posted something on this Mortal Kombat account, and I want y'all to see this. We're building up Quan Chi here. His newfound necromancy could spell doom for the realms. So, we could see Quan Chi and Shang Tsung working right under General Shao. And with Quan Chi's power, he can revive Sindel. If he revives Sindel, does she automatically get the throne back? If not, they'll have to take it. And I don't see them having a problem taking it from Mileena. From what it sounds like, they can barely handle General Shao's army without Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. So when they all come together, I think it's going to be a big problem. So I think these guys are going to join some type of faction to try to take over Outworld. They're going to end up reviving Sindel again as General Shao's old lady, leading him to meet his destiny as Shao Kahn.
Unfortunately, most of my former soldiers lack the courage to rally to my standard. Rebuilding my army would require finding new recruits.
And that further points at him pulling Quan Chi and Shang Tsung in. They're pulling these guys up. Every time I see him, he reminds me of Kevin Owens. And these guys just aren't cutting the mustard. So what do? You got to find some of those warriors who we already know. Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, Su Hao. Get all of them. Because you need a formidable army.
And that task is proving easier than expected.
Come on, these guys can't do it.
The golden age has left more than a few behind. Without hope, without power, they eagerly heed my call to tear down Mileena's government. So
now we know General Shao's motivation. He's on a mission to become Shao Kahn. And in order to do that, he has to overthrow Mileena. There's a lot of different ways this can go, but I can see this being a very good story expansion if we focus on General Shao, the guys around him, and him becoming Shao Kahn. But it doesn't have to stop there. Even though we didn't get an official post-credit scene in Chaos Reigns, I think there is a perfect opportunity to do one in the next story expansion, especially if we're focusing on General Shao, because this is his tower ending, but his actually bleeds into Reiko's, and I think this would be perfect for us to lead into Mortal Kombat 13. Let's go ahead and take a look at Reiko's.
With General Shao freed from prison, we began raising a new army against the royal family. Though many were eager recruits, few were good at soldiering. It was so bad, the general was forced to change tactics. He decided that we needed a doomsday weapon.
Alright, so these guys suck so bad, and Reiko's ending is confirming it, that they went out to pull out some big guns. Now again, I think Quan Chi and Shang Tsung would definitely work with General Shao, and that's probably where we're going to end up, because that's all he really needs. But they went even further than that.
That weapon isn't a thing, though. It is a monster. Onaga, the Dragon King. The general told me the old legends were true, that his ancient ancestor defeated Onaga, trapping him deep inside Mount Sagan. The Dragon King is still there today, his pent-up fury waiting to be unleashed. Because Onaga is so dangerous, the general wouldn't risk trying to tame him before. But now, he feels we have no choice. Though I likely won't survive, I accept this mission gladly. I can think of no greater honor than to give my life in the General's service.
Alright, so, I mean, I'm sorry, Reiko players, but your boy is gone. He got cooked in Mortal Kombat 1 story, so I'm not surprised. I would not be surprised if he doesn't make it into the next one. Sorry, love y'all to death, but yikes. So introducing Onaga here was a strange move, especially to introduce him and just have him be locked up in a cave. If we do get another story expansion, and it is in fact surrounding General Shao, I don't think Onaga will be involved at all. I think we finish off whatever the story is with General Shao, and they end up taking him down at the end of it. And that is where this scene happens. General Shao says, y'all won the battle, but you will not win the war. Reiko, go free Onaga. Reiko goes to free Onaga. We see Onaga rip Reiko in half. That terrible Mortal Kombat rap song hits as they roll credits, leading us directly into Mortal Kombat 13. There is no better way to lead into the next Mortal Kombat game than with an Onaga tease. And I'm telling y'all, the way y'all cook Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 13 is going to be the best Mortal Kombat game of all time. Stamp it right now. Kennybomb told you first. And I think there's no better way to get there than with one more story expansion centered around General Shao that ends with the Onaga tease to get everybody excited for it. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.